is this, that God calls us to do our part to make things right. And this is the action that we call amends. So let me give you a definition of amends. Amends is doing our part to repair the damage of our sin. Doing our part to repair the damage of our sin. Amends is seeing the log in our own eye, drawing a circle around ourselves and working on everything inside that circle. It's identifying the thing that you've done wrong that's in need of reset. And I believe we all have people today who have something against us. And so I want to challenge you to reflect for a moment and think about any relational damage you have caused. Let me give you some prompts. Where have you broken trust by not keeping your word? Where have you caused emotional pain through impatience or unkindness or thoughtless words? What abuse have you committed? Physical, sexual, or emotional abuse? What debt do you owe because of theft or damage? What social friction have you created through gossip or slander or conflict avoidance? And guys, when we recognize that people have stuff against us, that we have a log in our eye, what do? Like, what does amends actually look like? How do we get the log out? Now, I said forgiveness starts with something that happens vertically between you and God. And amends is something that happens horizontally between you and another person. It's a conversation. So what I had to do when we got home is, first I was hungry, so I had to eat a snack. But then I had to call the family together, sit everybody down on the couch, and I had to make amends. I had to do my part to repair the damage of my sin. So I sat the family down, and I'm going to give you something that I learned here, and I think it's really helpful. It's 5 A's that it can inform an amends conversation. All right, and here they are. The first one is this: admit you're wrong. Hey guys, that tone I used, getting out of the car and yelling at mom in front of everybody at CVS, telling my daughter to stop coughing, that was wrong. I was impatient, I was angry, and I should not have treated you that way. Second A, apologize. And I'm sorry, I'm grieved. It makes me sad that you might now walk on eggshells around your dad, fearing whenever I will pop off like that the next time, or you think that I'm unfair or unjust in the way that I treated you. And I embarrassed you in front of other people at CVS. Who knows who was in there? That was terrible, and I'm sorry. I'm grieved. Number 3, ask for forgiveness. Guys, will you forgive me? Man, will you believe that Jesus died for that sin too and extend me grace? I accept the consequences. I know you might be a little skittish around me tonight. You might not be as comfortable or enthusiastic about playing a game with me or, letting me come sit by your bedside at bedtime. It grieves me, but I know that might be the case. And lastly, guys, I'm going to try to change. I'm going to alter my behavior. I don't want to do that again. And if I do, I don't want to have a whole silent car ride home. I want to stop right there in the moment as soon as I realize I've done it. And I want to start this process of apologizing and asking for forgiveness and admitting that I was wrong. I want to do it different next time. I think all of us can do this. And we all have people who have something against us. So in a minute, I'm going to give you one more real-life example of amends in action. But first, let's just review where we've been today. We started off with this: God went to great lengths to make peace with us. And he calls us to go to great lengths to make peace with one another. And we can do 2 things to do that, guys. We can reset relationships with forgiveness, and we can reset relationships with amends. Forgiveness and amends. Something that happens vertically between us and God, and something that happens horizontally between us and another person. And we define forgiveness as a decision to trust God with justice and vengeance. And we define amends as doing our part to repair the damage of our sin.
Well, I wanna say I'm sorry, but I don't know how. But I'm sorry, I'm so sorry now. I said some words to you I wish I'd never said. I know words can kill, 'cause something's dead. And now my heart is like a catacomb, and I'm praying we can find a way to raise these bones again. Oh, again. Well, I wanna say I'm sorry, but it's not enough to close the wounds I opened up. So now I've got this sorrow and you've got that hurt, and we can't go back to who we were. Oh, but could that mean I'm someone new? Maybe I can love you better than I failed to do. Before the war, they'll tell you everything was beautiful and pure, but there was poison in the well from years before. And now I'm cleaning up this wreckage on the shore, and I don't wanna fight with you no more. So I wanna say I'm sorry that I drew the line, I built the wall, the fault is mine. And maybe now the only way to find some peace is just to give it time and to trust in grace. So this is my communion hymn. I wanna sit beside you at the feast, my